Okay, everyone, I told you that we would be doing a little lesson on making your own Christmas cards. And, I was thinking about using AI, and then I thought, you know what? Why don't we do the snowman? I'm going to have Mr. Snowman for sale in my store. So you can purchase this. All of the pieces are included. And what I'm going to do right now is just show you how I put him together. Okay. And I think that's pretty exciting. So I did build him, oh gosh, I think it was 2019. So I've done a bunch of adjustments to him now because my digital art skills have drastically increased and gotten so much better over the last 4 years. So I thought once I cleaned him up and fixed him that maybe you guys might like to just buy him and create your own Christmas cards. And the way that I've done this is specifically so that you can put him in different poses. Now, I have used these with human subjects, and I will show you those at the end of the video. But if you just wanted to make a Christmas card that was super cute and really, really unique, then you could actually just use him like this. But you can, throw wildlife in there, you can throw pets in there, you can do all that stuff, or you can just shoot, on a black background, take your subjects out and add them to the scene. You do need to have some compositing skills to master adding any other subjects in. But the way that I've developed this layered file, this has been really fun. I have to say that full disclosure, I went to see Larry Hirschberger in Florida. I think it was in 2019. And I wanted to know how he created not just the snowman. That was kind of the add-on. What else? Oh, his Santa workshop, which I no longer do. Too many people are doing it. As soon as too many people are doing it, I'm not interested anymore. Not a lot of people are doing the snowman. However, I will premise this with I am not teaching, showing, using any of the editing style or techniques or software that Larry used in his workshop. I'm not using any Topaz whatsoever, and the majority of how he edited these were all done in Topaz. I am not. And by Topaz, obviously, I mean Topaz Studio, not the new Topaz AI tools. So instead of using AI for Christmas cards, let's use our own Mr. Snowman. So I'm going to turn everything off so you can see exactly what it is that is included and how you can make these amazing. So I'm going to turn off my face, my accessories, my arms. I did my own foreground edit as well as my background edit. And so you can see here that this is the base of Mr. Snowman. Okay, I'm just going to turn this back on because I'm going to turn off what I've already done. So this is just that, but I used the pattern stamp tool to paint it. And I just used, if you have my brush set, I'll go into it and show you. I used brush number 3 for this. And I made sure that my brush was very, very, very little. And I just went over the majority of the snow areas. You can see I left a lot of the branches untouched and a lot of the tree trunks because I wanted that kind of misty, snowy look, and it really worked well. So don't just think of the pattern stamp tool for florals because, oh my gosh, it's great for anything. And then, of course, I added my own little touch, which is just, my own version of stuff. But let's focus on Mr. Snowman. So here are the arms. These are just basic arms that are included. If I turn them off, you can see that here is another arm. And what you could do is you can just grab it and the edge work is already done on it so that you don't have to do it. Every single element is already edited in this, so really all you have to do is put it together. And this is in case you don't want to have arms with mittens or gloves on them. Okay, so you do have that option, but I ended up doing this. Here's my 2 basic arms, and then if we open up our accessories, I will turn everything else off so that we can address those later. So here's the gloves. So if we zoom in, you're going to see that the gloves already have snow on the fingertips all over the glove. I liked this one because he's kind of going like, peace sign. So I thought that was kind of cute. Now, if we turn these ones off, you do have 2 other gloves. Let me just zoom out. This one's doing this, and this one is pointing. but they don't have the snow included in them. So you're going to have to do that yourself. And all you have to do, if you want that, is just put a layer above, clip it, and grab, even my freckle brush works just perfectly fine. Or if you have my favorite set, I use the dirty brush. Okay, so you guys should know how to do this by now, as long as you've been around long enough. Okay, so that's that. And then I have a hat. So I've added the hat. I've also added the shadow for you. So you can see that if you decide you want Mr. Snowman without a hat, then there is no shadow there. If you do decide you want it with the hat, the one is already included with the hat. And then we have 2 sets of buttons. So that's one set, and then the second set. And this way, so that you can move them around. You know, if you decide you want your snowman looking, you know, to the right or the left, and you go profile instead of straight on, then you can just move your buttons over. That's why I wanted everything to be fully editable on its own layer. And I think that's it. No, and then I actually did scarf too. Now, isn't this amazing? So the scarf, the shadow's already included, the snow's already on it. So if you want to add the scarf, feel free. So that's it for the accessories and for the arms. Now the face. So in the face, we have I1 and I2, and they again are on their own layers, shadow attached. And we have our mouth. So you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can move it around. And then the nose. So this nose, again, same thing, you can move it around, and this nose as well already has all of the snow attached to it, okay? So there you have it. That is your Mr. Snowman package that you can purchase and start using right away. I'm just going to shut that. I'm going to add back my foreground and my background edit. So you can see here, I just used a smoky brush, and I went ahead and I put it over top so that it kind of blended all together. Now you could take this into Rebelle 7 if you have it and add some water droplets. You could put them in a circle, you know, you could put them in a snow globe. You could do whatever you want, right? But this is a very fun, good little base that you can use. So let's just take a look at some of the other images that I've done in the past with snowmen. Okay, I'll show you some. And I'm going to premise this also by saying that these were done using Larry's technique with Topaz. And I can honestly say that based on how this turned out using the pattern stamp tool, I prefer it a million times more. Okay, so this one, see, so cute, right? That's a different background, and I used a snow overlay for this, and this one I didn't use Topaz. I just edited it like it was a real photograph, and that was a stock picture of a little girl that I got from Adobe Stock years ago. This one here, this is cute. This is an actual little girl that I shot, and you can see that I just used my dirty brush to build up the snow around her feet, shot her in studio. And I thought this would be cute, added an overlay of Christmas lights. And again, that's that other background that I showed you. This one is cute because this is a little girl and that's her dog. And they wanted to incorporate that into it somehow. And then I just had Mr. Snowman over here. And you can see that I wasn't as good with my facial expressions back then, but it was cute and good enough. They liked it. And this is just that same background that I used for my initial snowman I showed you today. And again, this is a little girl stock image and a stock caribou. And these are my grandkids, or no, these are my grandkids. This is my great nephew. And again, we actually shot this in their backyard. So it was snowy out, and I put my grandson up on another snowball. And I used Topaz to make it look like a painting. And this is my son's dog who passed, and he really wanted her included. And this is client work. So these two little girls shot in studio and had them putting on his hat and adding his nose. So that was cute. And this is my daughter and my son-in-law before she had her baby. So of course she had wine because she always has wine when she's having fun. And this time I put Mr. Snowman's arms around her like he was flirting with her. And that was her little kitty that had passed and she wanted him in there. So as you can see, there's a ton of stuff that you can do. Now, they actually used this for their Christmas card that they gave everybody that year. So, you can do a lot of stuff with this, guys. It's super fun. So I hope that all of this makes sense. You can see that you can add people into it. I am really preferring using the pattern stamp tool for the snowy effects. It looks a little more realistic and actually more artsy, I think, and less like I just ran some filter, like that's what we did. So this is definitely more work, but it's definitely worth it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, I would try to run this through Rebelle. I'll probably do that and add the images after just to see, if it's worth it, if it's going to give us some cool effects. I think it will for cards specifically. You might want to add some holly, use your pattern stamp tool and add some holly in the corners, and then you can, really embellish that with either Boris FX Optics or in Rebelle 7. But yeah, this is going to be good. So if you end up buying it and you love it, I would love to see what you make. So please post pictures. But yeah, so I will see you in the next video.